So, you're sitting in front of your Steam library, browsing through a vast collection of incredible games, yet you don't know what to play? Your free time is a finite resource, a vital window to recharge your batteries. Yet you're spending it staring at a digital shelf. Or you find yourself opening YouTube and staring indecisively at the screen. As time flies by, this isn't just indecision, this is choice paralysis. Sound familiar? Trust me, you're not alone. Many of us feel the same way. We are often overwhelmed by the demands of work or education, and we rely on gaming to recalibrate our stress levels. So why is it so difficult to simply play a game? Is it a byproduct of getting older, or is it a fundamental quirk on how our brains work? It might not be your fault. With over 300 unplayed games in my own library, I consider myself something of an unwilling expert in the subject. Having encountered this paralysis on numerous occasions myself, I decided to research the underlying issue and hunt for genuine solutions. Today, we're breaking the cycle. I'll explain the psychology behind why we feel this way, and I will provide you with 3 actionable strategies to finally escape the cycle of choice paralysis. Managing a full-time job and a lengthy commute means my leisure time is a scarce commodity. Most days, I'm left with mostly 1 hour of gaming time once I finally get home. Because that time is so limited, I feel intense pressure to make the perfect choice. I want to maximize my enjoyment and ensure that every minute counts. Ironically, this pursuit of perfection often leads to me staring blankly at the screen, feeling frustrated and empty as the clock runs out. When I look at the list of games, I stop seeing entertainment, and it starts to look a lot like a to-do list. We all know that feeling. When a list becomes too long, the sheer scale of it triggers our anxiety. Our brain gets overloaded, and we find ourselves trapped in analysis paralysis. The data back this up. According to SteamDB, the number of games released each year is climbing at an unprecedented rate. We have never had this much choice in human history. Between seasonal sales and digital bundles, it's incredibly easy to grow your pile of shame that feels more like a burden than a collection. This abundance is exactly where we lose the ability to decide. We become so afraid of making the wrong choice that we don't make a choice at all, and our precious time is gone. In fact, research from Game Discover suggests, on average, roughly 32.7% of games in Steam libraries have never been played. You have likely felt the same friction when trying to decide what to eat or watch on streaming platforms. There is more content available than any one person could consume in a lifetime. While this behavior is a natural human response to overstimulation, we don't have to be a victim of it. We can do better, or at the very least, we can try. The first approach sounds incredibly simple. Just boot up anything. In the realm of choice paralysis, a bad decision is infinitely better than no decision at all. While you might occasionally pick a game that doesn't perfectly fit your current mood, at least you're not wasting your finite time staring at the list. You need to stop placing unfair pressure on yourself. Gaming is meant to be fun and revitalizing, not a performance. The moment you commit to a title, any title at all, you will feel an immediate sense of relief. Why? Because you have transitioned from a state of passive anxiety to active engagement. You're no longer looking for a game, you're playing one. Even if the game you chose fails to grab your attention, the time isn't wasted. You gained clarity. You now know exactly what to cross off the list, bringing you one step closer to what you actually want to play. Often, when we're paralyzed by choice, we retreat to our comfort games. Games like World of Warcraft, League of Legends, or Counter-Strike. These games feel like home, but they feel like a home you have outgrown. You play them because they are familiar, not because they kindle the joy you are searching for. They become a default setting rather than a deliberate choice. Recognizing when a comfort game has become a stagnant habit leads us directly to my second strategy, which is built on one simple truth. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. When you're stuck in a cycle of indecision, it's often because your usual genres have become predictable. To break the stalemate, I suggest choosing a genre you would never touch, something that would not even be on your radar normally. This method can reignite your passion for the hobby. Because you aren't familiar with the common tropes or mechanics of the new genre, you can rediscover the genuine sense of wonder and discovery that made you fall in love with gaming in the first place. If you're a veteran in Souls-likes or action RPGs, try a roguelike game for a change of pace. And if you usually spend your time in high-intensity first-person shooters, challenge your brain with an RTS game or a strategy game. You might even discover that it wasn't the genre that brought you joy, but it was the setting. Finding a new game within a familiar atmosphere but with completely different mechanics can be a revelation. Finally, don't make the abundance of your squad stop you from playing. If you usually stick to multiplayer games but your friends aren't online, finally start that Baldur's Gate or Red Dead Redemption playthrough you've been dreaming about. You may have avoided them until now because they feel like it's too much to handle, but those are the experiences that stick with you long after the credits roll. For this final point, we first need to confront the reality of gaming culture. Min-maxing and the obsession with the meta have systematically destroyed the pure joy of exploration. Think back to the first time you booted up Skyrim. You likely spent hours getting lost in forgotten dungeons and distracted by side quests, only to realize 20 hours in, wait, there's a main quest? That was the magic of gaming, the unknown. Today, however, gaming is filled with guides, min-maxing and meta strategies. We have reached a point where we are optimizing our playstyle so drastically that we are essentially minimizing the actual time we spend playing the game. I will repeat that slowly. We're optimizing our playstyle so drastically that we're essentially minimizing the actual time we spend playing the game. Let that sink in. The solution is simple, yet challenging. Ditch the guides and play your way. Is your playthrough suboptimal? Who cares? It just means that you get more entertainment value out of the campaign. Is your character built off meta? Perhaps, but at least it's yours. By ignoring the step-by-step tutorials, you're regaining one of the main selling points of gaming, the satisfaction of figuring it out on your own. There is a unique sense of accomplishment by crafting your own build that actually works, just because you designed it. Don't let a spreadsheet dictate how you spend your precious free time. It is crucial to remember the fundamental reason why we game in the first place. We play to explore, escape our realities, and to immerse ourselves in new experiences. And above all, have fun. Ultimately, the solution is simple. Just play more games. It's often easier said than done, but I hope my 3 approaches will help you find your way back into the worlds we used to love. There's no wrong way to enjoy your hobby. If you're a dedicated completionist or someone who enjoys 5 different demos in a single afternoon, as long as you enjoy your time, you have already won. I hope you found this video helpful and that it rekindles your passion for gaming. If you have a different approach or strategy to beat choice paralysis, I would love to hear it. Please share it with us so we can all learn from each other. If you're still looking for inspiration, feel free to browse my channel, as I have a lot of first impression and reviews of unique indie games that might be of interest of you. Genuinely, it would mean a lot to me if I could help you find your next favorite game. I have been the IndieCrawler. Thank you for watching. See you next time.